All right. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I hear myself, so that's promising. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple things set up right here. If somebody sees me in Slack and sees me and wants to post in Slack and say, hey, I hear you, we will be good to go. Hope everybody's excited for another year of AAC in the cloud. This is one of my favorite weeks. It's always a lot, getting everything ready and getting everything put together. But it's also a lot of fun. So, all right, good. Thanks, Diana. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Okay. Welcome everyone to AAC in the cloud. We are so excited to be doing this for our 5th year. We've done this a couple of years now. It's been a lot of fun. Last year was, a little different for all of us, and it's nice to be able to be getting things back a little bit more to how, making progress, but also, some of the things a little more familiar for how we're used to. This conference, if this is your first time here, it's a totally online conference. It's free, and we are very excited to have you. I'm going to go through in this, the little time we have right here, I'm going to go through just a little bit of logistics about AAC in the cloud, talk a little bit about how this project started and what we're trying to accomplish, and then talk about some of the activities and the prizes that you can win, and some of the things we want to make sure you keep an eye on. So AAC in the cloud is a fully online conference. All of the sessions are live video streamed, just like the one you're seeing right now. So you go to the website, aacconference.com, and you can see all the sessions that are there. You can go to the page for any session that's upcoming or previously happened. If you're not available to watch the session live for whatever reason, you can always watch it after the fact. They'll be posted. They're posted to YouTube immediately afterwards, but the links in the conference website will take you to them afterwards as well. So you can see them there. Near the end of each session, whether you watch it live or after the fact, you'll see a link show up on the page when you view it from aacconference.com. That link will take you to a survey where you can fill out just a little bit of feedback. It's a participation survey. So it's not a quiz. It's not going to quiz you on what happened in the session, but it will ask you basically to rate the session, give feedback, and share any thoughts that you have. And that's our way of tracking participation. When you fill that out, make sure you put in the same email address for all of the sessions that you participate in, because the participation credit that you get and a certificate that you can print off at the end is all tied to that email address. So make sure you use the same email address for all of the sessions that you do. And then at the end, there's a link that you'll see, and we'll share again, that will let you create a certificate of attendance with all the hours that you watched, all the names of the sessions that you participated in that you can use to submit for CEUs. If you don't see any of the participation surveys, or if you lose one, feel free to message us, and we can help out with that. We use Slack, which is a chat tool program. There's a web-based version, so you can just do it in your browser, or you can install the Slack app on your phone or on your device. And you'll want to be in Slack if you're watching these live. We post the participation links there, but then also as the sessions are going on, people will be asking questions, giving feedback, you sharing experiences and things, all within the Slack channels. So if you notice, AAC in the Cloud has 3 tracks, track 1, track 2, and track 3. And when you join Slack, you'll want to look for those 3 channels as well. Look for the track that has to do with the session that you're on. So if you're watching sessions from track 1, you want to be in the track 1 chat room, because that's where the conversation will be happening for that session. If you're watching things from track 3, you want to be in the track 3 chat room. That way you are participating in the right conversation, and you won't be like, I don't know what people are talking about. And we won't be talking over each other as different sessions are going on. If you have any technical problems, there's another room called Zen Help and Info that you can use to meditate if you just need a moment, share a ponderous thought, or if you need technical support, we're happy to help out with anything posted there. Okay, So I'm gonna do a little bit of an intro. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the logistics and some of the games and the prizes that we always do as part of AAC in the Cloud. So a little bit of background about me, just very briefly. My name is Brian Whitmer. I'm a computer science major. My research was in usability, human-computer interaction, and my grad research was specifically on how to make computers and people less mad at each other, basically. So out of school, I started a company called Instructure, and we built Canvas, which is a learning platform that's used around the world. I worked really hard on that for a number of years. And as the company got big and I started looking at what I could do to make a difference, I felt like I needed to go somewhere else to really have the impact that I wanted to. So I started looking and researching, and about that same time, my oldest daughter, who is now 14 years old, she started really making it clear just how much she wanted to interact with us. She has a disability called Rett syndrome that makes it difficult for her to communicate using her voice and even her hands. So she uses eye gaze. So we always knew that technology was going to be an important part of her communication strategy. And as I started looking at the devices and tools and materials and resources that are out there, I really felt like there was things we could do differently and improve upon, which is where Cough Drop came about. But it's actually also where AAC in the Cloud came from as well. AAC in the Cloud is sort of an outgrowth of the experiences that I had because as I started looking and researching, there were these sort of hyper-focused in-person conferences that nobody did last year. But other than that, that people would do where you do AAC in the desert or AAC on the beach. And you could get some of this hyper-focused intervention and support, but I couldn't go to any of those. There was none that made sense for our family. And I knew that there were lots of people that wouldn't be able to access any of those. And so we started putting together AAC in the Cloud as a free conference so that families could have some resources and some ideas without needing to pay a lot of money and travel and go to one of these in-person events. In-person is great, and you get a lot. I'm not knocking those events because you get a lot of attention and support that can really help. But for people that can't do that, we wanted them to have an option as well. So AAC in the Cloud, we started this conference. And it's been a lot of fun. We've learned a ton, and hopefully you all have learned a ton as well. For those who are on the Slack, if you've been with us the whole time, please post and say, this is, or post what year this is of yours in the conference, because we'd love to hear how many people are returning participants. AAC is not always intuitive. Face-to-face is really great, but like I said, it can be hard sometimes. We are very lucky that we've been able to put together a suite of tools that lets us run this conference basically for free. The expense that we have for this conference is all of the volunteer hours that go into setting up and then moderating this conference. So a special thank you to all of the moderators, all of the presenters who donate their time to provide feedback and perspective and insights for us to be able to benefit from. But it is a great thing that we're able to do it all for free. Knowledge is not distributed evenly yet. This is a picture of me and my daughter, and we try to have fun. We try to learn a lot, but we are not geographically in a place where we have a lot of cutting edge insights, where we have a lot of people who are familiar with best practices in the AAC industry. And so it's important for our family specifically to be able to have these online resources and to be able to get insight from all of you. So again, thank you to everyone who helps out with this. The theme this year for AAC in the Cloud is Unlock the Possibilities. We want to make sure that we are making it possible for everyone to be able to benefit from communication. Communication is a human right, and understanding it. Being able to be understood is one of the most important things that we can have access to in this life. So a couple examples of ways that we can unlock possibilities and things you'll see here in this conference. We could talk about presuming potential, making sure that we're not imposing glass ceilings on people, and making sure that we are looking for opportunities for growth rather than looking for excuses for a lack of growth. We can look for helpful technology. You'll see some great ideas of things we can use to help support the development of communicators who can benefit from AAC. We can unlock possibilities by setting aside old biases as we look at things that have been imposed in the past and opinions that we've carried in the past about individuals who use AAC or who have a disability or who look different than us, whatever those may be. We hope that this conference can be an opportunity for us to rethink those and set those aside, and also a chance to find new collaborators, people that have the same mind as us, people who have similar interests that we can grow and build on top of. So those are some of the goals that we hope come from unlocking the possibilities. And our presenters have some great sessions that have to do with these themes. So we look forward to having you all participate and see those. The keynote for our conference is tomorrow. It's Yu Sung Chung, and she will be talking about breaking down ableism to unlock possibilities. It's the first session of the day tomorrow, and it's the only session going on at that time. So we encourage you all to attend and check that out, because it's going to be really good. One other thing, tonight we will be doing lightning talks just like we do every year. If you're not familiar with this, we do one session, which is basically a whole bunch of little tiny mini sessions. Anybody can come present for up to 5 minutes on a topic of their choice. It can be related to AAC. It doesn't have to be. You can share some thoughts. You can share an opinion you have. You can share something that you learned. Anyone that is interested in just taking a couple minutes in front of everybody to be able to share, we would love to have some participation. In the past, we've had a couple years where we had lots of good participation. Last year, I'd say, was maybe a little dry. We didn't get a lot. And so I'd encourage anyone who's interested to please sign up. I'm going to post a link in Slack here in just a little bit that you can use to sign up. And we will give you a time slot, and you can come participate and share what you know. If you didn't get a chance to do a session, or if you have something that you've learned recently that's super cool, or if you just want to share a success story, those are all great things that you can do in a lightning talk. We always give away some prizes. We're going to have some Amazon gift cards for those who participate live in the session, and I'll show you now how you can do that. So one of the things that we like to do is to have some secret phrases. Sometimes they've been movie quotes or having to do with a specific animal. This year, because the theme is unlocking, these are our quotes that you're going to be keeping an eye out for. You can write them down, and I'll just read through them right now as well. So you should be able to see them right there on the screen. You can take a screenshot. You can I'll leave this page out for just a minute so you can write them down if you want to, or we can also we'll post it in Slack. I'm going to post it in Slack, and then I'm going to delete it in a little while, because we want people to be, checking this stuff out live. So these are the secret phrases. Remember your high school locker combination. Use your skeleton key. Try to pick a lock, or 4-digit PIN code. If you hear any of those while you're watching a session, go ahead and type that phrase into the track that you're on. Make sure you're in the right track, or it won't count. But post that phrase, and if you're the first one to post it, and it's okay if you spell it wrong, nobody's going to judge. But if you're the first one to post it, then you'll win one of our prizes. Also, on our Facebook page, we're going to be posting some coloring pages. If you color those and upload a picture, you'll be entered in a drawing. And then lastly, we have a Slack channel called Ideas Share, where anyone can share ideas. If you have a question about something and you want some feedback or perspective, we have some really great experts who are involved in this conference and who are just kind of hovering and hanging out. And if you participate by asking or answering a question in the Ideas Share chat room, then you'll be entered as well in a drawing for a prize. Any questions you have, post them in Slack. We are happy to help. Melissa, Scott, and I we're excited for this conference, and the other moderators that we have as well are all here, and we're really excited for everybody to be here. So we'll continue to keep things going. So again, post in Slack if you have any questions or thoughts. We're really excited for the conference. Another great year, everything we have going on. And I'm going to stop talking now so we can let our first round of presenters get ready. But thanks everyone for your time, and we will go from here.